So we talked previously about all of the elements except for one of the most recent January 6th Select Committee hearing. So now we got to talk about the last element of it that needs its whole own segment, and that is the incredible never before seen footage of all of these politicians behind the scenes on January 6th while the Capitol was being attacked, responding to it. They're, taking shelter and then doing what Trump should have been doing, which was calling all the proper authorities, trying to get the proper individuals involved to respond to this. So this is a longer video than I usually play on the show, but you have to see all of this because it's just so fascinating, and I'll obviously cut in every once in a while to respond. So take a look at this, starting with Nancy Pelosi getting taken away.
But you know what? We have got to finish the proceedings, or else they will have the complete victory.
Senator Schumer is at a...
So I'll say too, I have problems about specific things with every politician that's going to be shown in this, likely, but I will say I very much admire the way they responded. You can tell they're staying calm, but then also right there she said, listen, we got to continue the proceedings, otherwise they'll get a complete victory, meaning the people attacking the Capitol trying to stop us from continuing the lawful election process will win if we let them prevent us from doing the job we're supposed to. And you see that sentiment expressed multiple times throughout this video, and I do admire that. Oh, wrong button. There you go.
Secure location, and they're locked down in the Senate.
There has to be some way we can maintain the sense that people have that there's some security or some confidence that government can function and that we can elect the President of the United States. Did we go back into session?
We did go back into session, but now apparently everybody on the floor is putting on tear gas masks to prepare for a breach. Well, I'm trying to get more information.
They're putting on their
Tear gas masks.
So you can see just shock among them, which is definitely warranted.
We need an area for the House members. They're all walking over now through the tunnels.
I'm going to call up the effing Secretary of DOD. We have some...
I will say, he said the effing, but actually said effing like E-F-F-I-N apostrophe instead of actually swearing. I think you can swear at this point, Chuck.
Who are still in their hideaways. They need massive personnel now. Can you get the Maryland National Guard to come too?
I have something to say, Mr. Secretary. I'm going to call the mayor of Washington, D.C. right now and see what other outreach she has to other police departments, as Leader Hoyer has mentioned. Hi, Governor. This is Nancy. Governor, I don't know if you have been approached about the Virginia National Guard. Mr. Hoyer was speaking to Governor Hogan, but I still think you probably need the okay of the federal government in order to come into another jurisdiction. Thank you.
Secretary of the Army.
Oh my gosh, they're just breaking windows. They're doing all kinds of. It's really that they said somebody was shot. It's just horrendous, and all at the instigation of the President of the United States.
Absolutely true.
Okay, thank you, Governor. I appreciate what you're doing, and if you don't mind, I'd like to stay in touch. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So again, calling all of these individuals is what Trump should have been doing instead of sitting and watching TV, not all of these politicians.
Virginia Guard has been called in.
Yeah, I'm just talking to Governor Northam, and what he said is they sent 200 state police and a unit of the National Guard. They're breaking windows and going in, obviously ransacking our offices and all the rest of that. That's nothing. The concern we have about personal harm, personal safety is it just transcends everything. But the fact is, on any given day, they're breaking the law in many different ways. And quite frankly, much of it at the instigation of the President of the United States. And now, if he could at least somebody.
Yeah, why don't you get the President to tell them to leave the Capitol, Mr. Attorney General, in your law enforcement responsibility. A public statement, they should all leave. It cannot be just we're waiting for so-and-so. We need them there now, whoever you got.
You have,
Okay.
you also have troops, this is Steny Hoyer, troops.
Okay, so we have a
Fort
little bit of time
McNair,
to make that decision.
Andrews Air Force Base,
All right,
other military bases.
Thank you.
We
Thanks,
need
Paul.
active duty National Guard.
How soon in the future can you have the place evacuated, pulled, cleaned out?
I don't want to speak for the leadership that's going to be responsible for executing the operation, so I'm not going to say that because they're on the ground and they're the
Well,
experts.
just pretend for a moment it was the Pentagon or the White House or some other entity that was under siege. And let me say, you can logistically get people there as you make the plan. About it earlier. He's not in the room right now, but he was with us earlier and said, we want to expedite this, and hopefully they could confine it to just one complaint, Arizona, and then we could vote, and that would be, then just move forward with the rest of the state. The overriding wish is to do it at the...
So you can see, and this is the part I definitely admire a lot, they're trying, Pence and Pelosi and all these people, to figure out how as quickly as possible they can get back and certify Biden and Kamala Harris as the president and vice president elect, because that will be the only way to show the people who attacked the Capitol and show all the people who were rooting them on that it didn't work, that they weren't successful.
Capitol, what we are being told very directly is it's going to take days for the Capitol to be okay again. We've gotten a very bad report about the condition of the House floor with defecation and all that kind of thing as well. I don't think that that's hard to clean up, but I do think it is more from a security standpoint of making sure that everybody is out of the building, and how long will that take? I just got off with the Vice President.
And I got off with the Vice President-elect. So I'll tell you.
Okay, but what we left the conversation with, because he said he had the impression from Mitch that Mitch wants to get everybody back to do it there.
Yes.
I said, well, we're getting a counterpoint that is, it could take time to clean up the poo-poo that they're making all over literally and figuratively in the Capitol, and that it may take days to get back.
And I'm at the Capitol building. I'm literally standing with the chief of police of the U.S. Capitol Police. He just informed me what you will hear through official channels. Paul Irving, your sergeant at arms, will inform you that their best information is that they believe that the House and the Senate will be able to reconvene in roughly an hour.
Good news.
Sergeant Arms be in touch about the process for getting members back in the building.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Good news.
So I just feel like that is the whole thing was important for you to see, and also just incredible that they're all coordinating with one another, except for the president, about how to get back and do, as they said multiple times in previous clips, and do the people's business, do what they were supposed to be doing that day. And I do admire that that was top of mind. It wasn't, I'm scared, I don't want to. Let's get back and let's show all the people who attacked the Capitol that they were not victorious. And they did. That night, they came back and they did what they were supposed to, which was absolutely incredible. And so, wild stuff there. That's historic footage. Behind the scenes, all these politicians hiding from the followers, the supporters of the President of the United States, and not getting any help from him in responding to this. Wow.